In 1994, when Allen Iverson was recruited as Georgetown's point guard, he had loads of talent and even more cocky arrogance. One day at practice, talking about practice. One day at practice, his talent took a back seat when a walk-on player named Dean Barry kept showing him up and breaking his ankles, feet, and calves with a crossover dribble. Iverson, the star of the team, couldn't defend it until one day, AI, not to be confused with ChatGPT, swallowed his pride. Iverson approached Dean and humbly asked him to teach him the move. The two went on to spend hours together after team practices, getting Iverson to perfect the crossover dribble. AI, not to be confused with Midjourney, went on to a decorated career in the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year, an MVP, and went on to become a crossover dribble legend. All because he put his pride aside and asked for help. As I've mentioned before in these deuces, sometimes it's tough for us to ask for help. Society tells us we should be self-reliant. Even if we're struggling, we're expected to always have the answers. But as we learned from AI, not to be confused with perplexity, even the answer didn't have all the answers. Kind of like ChatGPT and perplexity. When life adds more weight, it's okay for us to ask for a spotter. But from a young age, most of us, especially men, are conditioned not to ask for help. Research shows kids as young as 7 are concerned that asking for help can make them look dumb. But research also shows our brains are conditioned to heavily exaggerate those concerns. Stanford psychologist Dale Miller says most people want to make a positive difference in other people's lives. He says most people don't want to shut you down and don't think you're an incompetent, dumb loser if you ask for help. Instead, they want to help pass along their knowledge, exactly like Dean Barry passed on his knowledge to Allen Iverson. Yes, Iverson carried some of that college cocky arrogance into the NBA. All right, maybe he carried a lot of that cocky arrogance with him into the NBA. And yes, Iverson was flawed and made mistakes, which means, yes, he's just like all of us. But Iverson, even with a young, cocky arrogance, humbled himself. And in 2016, when Iverson was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame for that crossover dribble, on his day, he took the time to thank Dean Barry for his help. Today, keep this in mind. It's okay to humble yourself. It's okay to ask for help when you need to. Today, keep this in mind. Asking for help doesn't mean you've given up. It means you refuse to give up. And I know, whatever it is you need help with, you got this. Deuce out.